Undergrunt.
My daddy works on a computer all day.
And is the head of his company, and he
He has a mustache and a beard.
and he doesn't have a lot of hair.
And cousin.
Since his head is so big.
He can't wear any hats.
In a small little ship in the center of Mars was a sack of souls with experiment scars. When the psychedelic monk said, "I'll take two," and he put them in a rocket and he ate a lot of glue. And he shot them straight to Earth where they turned into babies. They were named Bob and Matt, and they rarely got rabies. And the monk made a movie of their whole entire lives. They were panoramic scenes and zooms of the time. One time Bob had sex with a ladle, and one time Matt lost a vet to a cradle, and another time Bob caught a dinosaur mom, and another time Matt bought a replica of Guam. And all this and more is on a DVD set, only $20.99 with the purchase of a gem. But if you call right now and say, "Where's my whisk?" we'll include this bonus disc.
Hey, welcome to Bonus Disc! For this episode only, I am your host, Bob Rose. And the reason is because the normal host of this show, the Grand Master, the man in charge, Matthew Arnold PA, is not here.
I was really upset that I didn't get to actually spend time with the actual host of the show.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I apologize, but I'm going to try to do my best to run things since Matt has abandoned us. But to fill in for Matt, I've got with me Brad Bukowsky,
Hello.
former guest of the show, and John Bennett.
Hi, I am the lesser Matt.
You're also a former guest of the show, so
Yes.
we're like filling it out with people who had. You guys both had good episodes. John, you had a bad apology episode, so I apologize.
That's all right.
Anyway.
I hope to be like Admiral Duritz when he took over for Hitler.
All right,
For
did you have to bring Hitler up
six
instantly, or what are you doing?
I'm just
All right.
saying, I hope I can fill those heavy shoes.
So we watched released on Netflix within the last 2 weeks, I believe.
Yeah,
we watched.
it's very fresh.
It's very fresh.
This is its release.
No, it's
Yeah.
the release is Kindergarten Cop 2.
Kind of a soft release.
It's a soft
It's
release.
pretty quiet.
If it was a penis, it would not be erect.
It'd be
It's starring
pushing rope.
right. It's starring Dolph Lundgren,
Ugh.
right?
Remember
And-
him?
Yes, I like Dolph
Well,
Lundgren.
of course.
I love Dolph Lundgren
Yeah.
and Bill Bellamy.
Yeah. Remember him?
Yeah. I'll
That's
say
more
this right
appropriate.
now. I forget who I was talking to. I was talking to Matt about this movie, and he was like, Bill Bellamy. And I was like, I kind of like Bill Bellamy because of How to Be a Player.
Yeah.
I used to watch How to Be a Player on Comedy Central all the time. Bill Bellamy fan. Who knew?
Let me ask you something. Name another Bill Bellamy
Nope.
performance.
Didn't he do something
John,
on
I'm a privileged
MTV?
white kid. I don't know anymore. I'm almost on Comedy Central. Anyway, before we get started on Kindergarten Cop 2, I just want to go really, really quick, go through the directing filmography of the director of this movie.
Oh, good.
Because it's pretty funny. His name is Don Michael Paul, which is kind of weird. But I want you guys to hear everything he's directed because it's really kind of funny.
That sounds like it was made in a baby names generator.
Is there a
Two-
hyphen in that
No,
somewhere?
it's Don Michael Paul, 3 separate words. First, 2 episodes of Silk Stockings.
Wow.
Second, 1 episode of Renegade.
Yes.
They
That
did
shows.
Hold on.
that-
They asked him back on Silk Stockings, but Renegade, they lost their phone. They lost
Right.
his phone number, right?
In that 1996, 1 episode of Pacific Blue.
Okay.
Is that the
Then,
bike show?
yeah,
Oh my God.
Then
Bike cops.
the Bike
Oh,
Cops.
good.
Then you take a leap all the way to 2002. He's the director of Half Past Dead.
What is?
Isn't this a weird
that?
filmography?
Yeah.
Then some movie called The Garden. But then in 2007, Who's Your Caddy?
Of course.
Oh boy. It was him taking a shot at Caddyshack.
I guess. I don't even remember what that was.
Look, after the success of Soul Plane destroying the memory of Airplane,
Right.
Oh,
we had to have
yes.
the Black Caddyshack.
That's
Here's where it
right.
gets interesting, though, because it's obvious what they're paying this guy to do. In 2012, he did Lake Placid, the final chapter.
Oh yes.
In
the middle
2013, he did Taken: The Search for Sophie Parker.
What?
So there's like a Taken 5 that he did or something.
Just like straight to video.
Or so- yeah.
Who's the guy in Taken?
I'm not gonna click on
Who's
it.
Liam Neeson's like other?
Right. Then he did Sniper Legacy. Sniper, the Tom Berenger movie in 2014, had a sequel called Sniper Legacy.
Did that have John Cena in it?
It might, dude. I'm not clicking on it.
Oh,
But
Jeez.
Tom Berenger is in Sniper Legacy.
Yeah.
oh, good.
And that's like Sniper 5. This
Tom
this
Berenger
director.
still needs work.
Then Jarhead 2 Field of Fire.
Of course.
There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
Jarhead
There's a
2.
There's actually a Jarhead 3 I saw recently.
Jesus. Jarhead was like, wasn't that not an action movie? Because this
No.
looks like it's an action movie.
They all, yeah, they
the
all
entire
are.
purpose of Jarhead was a soldier who was trained to fight, and he never got to fight in the war that he was actually sent to. That's
Right.
the purpose of Jarhead.
It's not an action movie. Anyway, I don't want to stick too close to this.
All right.
Tremors 5 Bloodlines.
Okay.
Sniper Ghost Shooter. He did 2 Sniper sequels, and then Kindergarten Cop 2. And after this, he is working on Death Race 4,
Oh,
as
wow.
in the Jason Statham franchise.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this guy's getting mucho money to make sequels.
Yeah, definitely.
Way
For
past their
Universal,
prime.
apparently.
Yeah, Universal's really churning them out.
This man is in charge of franchises that are mainlined directly to truck stops.
They're all
You know
like
that bin
they're-
at Walmart that has all the
Oh,
movies just
fuck Walmart. It's like $2.99 buy at 7-Eleven.
right.
They
Yeah.
literally just package these in a box, a DVD box, and then just hand it to a guy at the flea market. That's what they do.
How do they make profit?
Yeah.
It
Just pass these around.
Oh, anyway, all right. So this was a soft release on Netflix, and we watched it, and we're gonna start out with the first scene, which was in a hotel
was
room.
the hotel yeah.
Yeah,
It starts
started a movie about kindergarten cop in a seedy hotel.
Neon lighting.
To be fair, John, the first movie does start like an action movie.
Okay.
It really
It does. That's,
But it's an over-the-top action movie, so you
this.
kind of...
This wasn't that over
It's
the
him
top.
walking through a mall unloading a shotgun at
Yeah,
people.
but he's got like...
It might as well be Terminator. He's got
We're
the
not
long
talking about the
train.
first movie. We're
Okay.
talking about this.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
this starts. It does look like a Cinemax porn
It does.
because there's like a woman with like she's dressed kind of like a prostitute, right?
a little bit.
Yeah, she kind of looks.
She's
It's a
dressed
seedy
Carrie-
motel.
I couldn't tell if that was Carrie Underwood or not.
Is
Could have
in
been.
in a hotel called the Spinning Top, right?
Sure.
Or something. It was like top of the world. It had a big top on the
That's
like a dreidel or
It's
something.
because when you're that high up on life, that's where you want to end up.
right. So she is confronted by
Dolph Lundgren.
Well, they're like packing up to like
They're-
leave
leave,
because the big baddie guy, Fugu or
Was that his
Fiji,
name?
It was Zogo. I don't know. It was weird.
He was Albanian.
He
so
was
it
like,
could
yeah,
be-
it was some weird like almost Middle Eastern like name.
it doesn't matter.
Greek
He's
Zardoz.
the
Yeah.
Zardoz.
Thanatos.
Thanatos. We'll call him the
Again.
bad guy from Mr. Nanny.
Yeah,
He's the Thanatos of this movie.
Greek bad guy.
They
sure.
bust in and he slaps her around a bit, which, was kind of like, really? You're going to do that? Okay. It's just like, it is a kid's movie. So I
The
was like,
first act of violence
It's
in the
against
movie
the woman.
is a woman
Mhm.
slapped in the
in
face.
a movie that's for generally kids.
For children.
It's not for children specifically, though.
No, this movie is not for children.
No, it is
at
not. The
all.
first one isn't really for children. It's the
No,
the humor. The reason it's funny is because he's not supposed to. We're as adults. We're
It's
supposed
a
to.
PG.
We're not going to explain it.
It's a PG-13 movie at its time, so it cradles that line, of kid movie.
I guess we all watched it as kids, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's a moot point.
Totally. With my dad. It's a movie you watch with your parents.
It had that
but
font.
This one,
The same. It has that font. It looks like a kindergarten movie. Anyway,
yeah.
so the
everything's
bad guy
written in
comes
crayons.
in. The
yeah.
bad guy comes in, slaps her around. They get the best of Dolph Lundgren against the wall, and they're like ready to kill him. And he's like, "Do you have any last words?" And what is
Pineapple.
pineapple? They're like, "What?" They're so thrown off by pineapple. What's that mean?
It's a delicious fruit.
I forget the rest of the banter, but they're just basically.
No,
like,
then it's him.
Then
Then it's the bad
He's
guy. His
still
name's
explaining what a pineapple
Apple
is.
yeah.
All the way up until he finally goes, and it's also the go code for a SWAT
The
raid.
FBI
For the
SWAT
raid.
raid.
Yeah, And they come.
And
then
Bill Bellamy,
shows
with the
up.
FBI comes into the room and takes over everything.
My point
It should be
is,
noted that he is not a cop at this point. He is.
He
an
says
none of
FBI.
them are cops.
This is kindergarten agent.
He also
Yeah.
says
Yeah.
pineapple 6 times, which makes me wonder how far away was the SWAT team.
You're right.
Oh shit!
Dude,
he
they
just
were, like,
said it.
in
We
the
gotta get our
closet,
shit
man.
together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
so
literally
hiding.
close.
hiding out.
Say it.
It's like,
Did you hear him
Say it. It's just because of Dolph Lundgren's voice. Boo. Boo.
Say blueberry.
But he says-
Blended boo.
and then he tells Bill Bellamy, why did you have to make it pineapple? Why couldn't it have been something more complicated? And he goes, man, you know pineapple's my favorite fruit.
In one scene, you get both of them complimenting pineapple.
Pineapple.
God.
It's almost a product placement for pineapple. That's how crazy.
Wow.
Product
Listen,
placement.
plenty
We're gonna
enough-
get into it, but
Okay.
So much product placement in this
Man,
movie.
there is, and it's a weird product placement.
How do you find out if it's official product placement?
You don't. You never do.
Damn.
If they hold it prominently and you see the title, of
You
the
know
movie,
it, yeah.
You know it's product placement. Or they never insult it. They never do anything. They hold it. They enjoy it.
It is
and it's part of their lives.
Right.
That's
then
probably
it's product
how the
placement.
movie got paid.
Yeah.
Just
Oh my
those
God.
things.
It has
Just
to be.
straight Twix and Uber.
Twix, Uber, and
Hold on.
We
We'll
might get to it.
We'll
We
get
might
to
get
it.
to
Okay.
it.
Definitely Twix, though. I didn't think Twix needed to be advertised anymore.
I really didn't think that Twix needed a tie-in with Kindergarten Cop 2.
In this political climate, nobody wants to share anything, so it's
Hold
kindergarten.
on. We'll
so
get to that. Because there is a message in the movie about sharing. Anyway,
That's true.
we're not there yet. After this is when
An
they're
ancient military strategy.
right. They go. The next thing we're at is the police station.
The candy bar scene where Dolph Lundgren meets Bill Bellamy down the hallway and talks
At
about
the police
all the models
station.
he's
Yeah,
fucking.
they're at the police
Station talking about all the models he has fucked and the fact that he was fucking the woman who was in charge of the raid in the first scene.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
He's just
And-
going undercover on these things
To have
and-
sex with women.
Yeah,
Right.
But it's not women. They call them mattresses because they're model actresses.
Right. Bill Bellamy.
Well,
Bill Bellamy.
you said they. Like,
Yeah.
the movie just called them that. No.
Well, Dolph Lundgren doesn't know what anything is beyond the 80s in this movie because he's like, what's that? What's a mattress? He
I
says
think,
it rather
I gotta
earnestly.
say, I think Dolph Lundgren could do better than this. Like,
yeah, no.
I think
Yeah.
he could. I actually think he could. Because there's some scenes where he's on and some where he's not. And he's just
Do you
like
think he could do better in this, or just
with somebody who is maybe a better director.
Okay, I don't think he's a comedic actor.
No, but
yes.
that's Arnold really isn't either.
Yeah, Arnold's got
But-
charm and an acting
Sort of,
ability
yeah.
that can pull off like comedic.
He has 2 chemistry degrees. The man's smart, Dolph
Yeah.
Lundgren.
He's also
It
an
never
international
conveys at
superstar.
all
In America, he's not that big, but in like other countries, he's huge. His movies do make a lot of money.
Yeah.
We just don't see
People
him.
know who he is.
Yeah,
too.
he
I
makes
mean,
movies constantly that are big. We
Mhm.
just don't ever see them.
Yeah, In the Name of the King 3.
Right. Oh, man. God, so boring. Anyway, so yeah, they talk about mattresses and fucking and the fact that he is going to shoot the vending machine to get it open
Yeah,
to get a Twix bar, which is his favorite
It
candy.
gets stuck when it's supposed to fall down.
Right.
But then he points the gun at the vending machine, and we meet the greatest character in
In
the
the
entire
movie.
film.
The chief.
The
The
police
chief.
chief.
Yeah, the last action hero police chief that's in this movie. Not the same actor. But
Large, bald, black man screaming and yelling inappropriately at his.
He has nothing but cocaine ticks. the
Yeah,
entire time.
nothing.
insane.
He licks the sweat off his forehead.
He keeps
grabs-
going
Don't
behind
jump
his
ahead.
ear.
Don't jump
Alright.
ahead. Because he does some stuff that's really great at the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So is that when that's when he pulls them? No, that's not. Is that when he pulls them in the office?
He basically they find the guy, they interrogate the guy, the bearded guy who's the brother of
The brother of a dude who's been murdered, who was a preschool or a kindergarten teacher, right?
Actually, he was killed in a car accident, so he may or may not.
No,
have
he
been
wasn't
murdered.
murdered. He died in a car accident.
but he had information on the witness protection program that was hidden on a flash drive.
Yeah.
One
And this is
flash drive.
Flash
This movie
drive.
is saturated with flash drives.
References to flash drives.
Yeah, like there's so many flash drives in this movie. But so that guy had information of, like, I guess, telling where everyone in the witness protection
pretty
program
much.
is.
Locations, aliases.
His brother tried to sell this knock list, basically, from
to
Mission
the big
Impossible.
bad guy, Zugu.
Or Charlie's
Zogo.
Angels too.
Or Charlie's Angels too.
Oh God.
Tries to sell the list to the Russian bad guy, whatever his name is, and
Thanatos too. That's what we're calling him.
Thanatos, too.
Yeah.
And
Thanatos.
he
Yeah.
never possessed it, so the guy that they arrested never possessed it. His brother did, and his brother had the flash drive, and he hid it somewhere. And he's a kindergarten teacher.
Right.
Right.
And that's all we need to know, really, right? Like, that sets everything up.
Well, we would know this easier had it not been that the chief has a lisp, Dolph Lundgren has an accent,
Dolph Lundgren's Dolph Lundgren.
and Bill Bellamy's delivering every line like, "Come on, chief."
Dude, and by this time, too, we haven't heard this yet, the kids thing.
Yeah.
We haven't heard that yet. Anyway, so during this interrogation with the guy who's the dead guy's best friend, all the lights go out in the station. Remember?
Yeah.
The lights all go out, and
There's a raid suddenly.
it's a
on
raid
them.
from the bad guys trying to kill this dude.
Oh,
right?
I
The guy
actually
getting the
forgot about this already.
Dude, the first half of this movie is forgettable as hell.
Were they?
It is so forgettable.
Were they sent by Zogu?
Yes,
Zugo?
Yes, they're sent by
Zugo.
Zogo. Zumba.
Thanatos.
Thanatos. They're sent by Thanatos, and basically it's a fucking gunfight, and Dolph Lundgren gets the upper hand and
Murders 5 guys.
five guys and drops a vending machine on a dude.
Yeah. Also picks up
And
his
gets his
Twix.
Twix.
And he gets a free Twix.
Not free.
He
paid for it.
right?
Yeah.
He did. And Bill Bellamy gives him shit for wanting to eat it or something.
Even
Yeah.
though he asked for
There's a guy's
Twix.
blood pooling at his feet. He's like, I'm going to take a bite of this Twix bar. You want to share it?
It really isn't a kid's movie. As soon as those lights go out, he shoots like 3 guys in the head.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
in the
he
completely
massacres-
empty police station where
Dude,
there's
that is-
no other police
It was an
officers.
IKEA. That was an
It
IKEA.
felt like a Sunday morning at an
IKEA. It just didn't look right.
Everything was built in an old rec center.
No location in this movie felt right. There's never a
No.
location that felt right.
Uh-uh.
Like in the opening, that hotel room, it looked like it didn't have a fourth wall. It
No.
looked like a sitcom hotel room.
I thought that.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
this looks like a bad soap opera.
Right. It
at
looked like a
first.
soap
Are
opera
they
set.
acting like setting someone up?
You're
Like,
right.
It
Yeah,
was
look at a
lit like
soundstage.
a barbecue
Yeah.
restaurant. It was bizarre.
I don't know. So
a
the
Ponderosa.
chief.
Yeah, the only lighting is like Miller light, neon lighting.
Right.
Well, that's
It's
where
Ken-
they that's
it's
where
like-
they filmed the
Kenny
bar
Rogers.
scene later. It was just on the other
It was on the
side.
other side of the cabaret.
They built that set
No,
on
they
the
built a
stage
Kenny
that
Rogers-
the band was playing
They built,
on.
they built the Kenny Rogers roasters right in the middle of the set. And they had all
Yeah.
the scene from Seinfeld. So then the chief has to yell at Dolph Lundgren for killing a man with a vending machine while he eats a Twix bar.
It was.
Right, because then that's what he tells him. He needs to find where the information went. Right, he needs to find where.
Get me
Yeah.
my
Well-
flash drive.
Well, no, remember what happens though. Okay, so he's yelling at them. He says, "All right, go," and he's like, "Wait a minute." And he walks
That's right.
all the way around the room, right next to Dolph Lundgren's ear, and screams, "Get me my flash drive!" It's so weird.
That's when he licked the sweat off his forehead.
This man, it's like the entire performance is done on peyote.
Yeah, it is.
He's on a spirit.
It reminded me
I don't
of
need cash. Just pay me in Coke the whole time.
it reminded me of Last Action Hero and Fatal Instinct.
A little bit.
Yeah.
With how the chief always was eating nachos, no matter what.
You like that's the thing where he pulled like a stick of gum from his ear and eat it?
Yeah, that was at
What
the end.
Fuck was that?
We'll get to that, but we already
Alright.
don't. Those,
No, he does it
That was
twice.
there.
in
He
the
does
movie.
that in
He
that
does that
scene
twice.
too.
Does it in that
Yeah.
scene, too.
Does anyone keep gum behind their ear that doesn't have a wrapper on it?
That's in Willy
No.
Wonka.
Oh, that's like sweating.
Violet says that in
He
Willy
likes
Wonka.
salty things. He licks sweat off his own forehead.
Right.
Bob!
God,
Gonna
Jesus.
rub
All
this
right.
fucking
So,
gum on my
This
taint.
is when we cut to the bad guy's sexy pool lair.
Sexy pool lair.
Because it's not shot well. It looks like it's shot with a camcorder. It
Yeah,
just
and
looks
they-
like not right.
They focus on a woman's thigh mole, which is
Yeah.
like bizarre.
It's supposed to be super sexy.
Yeah, and it's not sexy.
It's not sexy at all.
It's a
And that's when Thanatos tells his lackeys that
lawyers.
his lawyers, who
Yeah.
he's like, what is he doing? He's like, because the lawyer's
He's
looking
cutting
at
a
the lawyer
steak. He's
can't not
eating
look at the
steak.
naked chicks. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
I can't concentrate. Yeah, he's eating a steak or
He's
something.
eating a steak, and the lawyer gives him a plea deal. He's like, I think we can do this, and he's like, no deals. Well, I'm just gonna kill the girl who's gonna testify. And the lawyers are like, oh, we didn't
hear that.
We didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Is that
And-
it? That's all that happens in that scene, right?
There's
Yeah, then-
nothing that ever happens at Sexy Pool matters.
And it's not like a mansion. It's like a
anything.
house with a pool.
Yeah,
There's a
he's-
big difference between a mansion with a pool and a house
It's
with
a
a pool.
villa.
Yeah, it's a nice house. It just
Yeah.
looks like a
He's-
suburban house.
He's a moderately wealthy bad guy.
Yeah.
Where
He's
is
not
this?
really.
He looks
super
like he
wealthy.
watches Martha Stewart when he's not being evil,
Yeah.
you know?
He has a moderately priced grill.
Mhm.
He's got moderately priced ladies on the pool.
He's eating fish that
Yeah.
he's cooking. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
He likes to get his hands dirty.
Yeah, I guess.
He only
So
has 2 guys that work for
Yeah, he
him,
has
apparently.
only 2 henchmen.
that we go back to the police station, and Bill Bellamy has found out that the dead guy, he found out where he worked and who he worked with, and the class that he taught. Right,
Yeah, he's
and
a
that's when
kindergarten teacher.
and that's when there's like. That's when it's them. They're like, okay, well, we gotta either infiltrate it or bring all the kids in to interrogate them.
That's
they
when they-
exhaust all options.
Yeah, they
in their
do.
minds.
Oh,
go-
right, yeah, because they
go,
try other
let's,
stuff.
Let's interview all the children to see if they know where the flash drive is, because they're 6. That's why not.
Well, they do that. They bring
Yeah.
them all in.
Yeah, then that's one-on-one interrogations in a police interrogation room with the children.
This
doing
is important. Bill Bellamy is the one in the room with
Yes,
the kids.
Bill Bellamy is
Even though
interviewing the kids.
consent would be like put Dolph in that room,
But he can't because
but
the
they
plot.
don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Bill Bellamy is the one the kids need to know about now.
They have to exhaust the fact that Bill
Bellamy
is
cannot be the teacher.
qualified to be. Yeah.
They need to put the
Because he's
charming.
got 5
Kids
kids,
to
man.
feed, man.
He knows about kids.
Bill Bellamy has 5 kids, and Dolph Lundgren lives in a trailer.
Yeah, he looks like a like a,
No,
a
He looks like he
albino
lives in a
piece of beef jerky. Like, you can't put him in front of the children. They'll be like, "What is this monster?"
He's Martin Riggs, but he looks like. I mean, he's Martin Riggs.
He looks
just
like
doesn't have the suicide.
wax was poured over a skeleton.
He doesn't look good.
No.
But he's also 60-some years old.
He's
Give him a
Donald
break.
Trump
He is.
orange.
Yeah.
He's super orange in this movie.
He's very
And
orange,
It's really
yeah.
bad when he's in
I'd love to see
actual
his underwear tan
natural
line.
light. Oh my god. When he's under natural light, it's like, oh, you're a ghost.
He's old and he's tired.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
really
yes.
old. Like, I'd like to think if they made Kindergarten Cop 2 like 2 years after Kindergarten Cop and it was Dolph Lundgren,
It would have been perfect.
it actually would have been great because Ivan Reitman probably would have done it and Dolph Lundgren would still had like life in him to do this. you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
And it would have been a better
I
script
don't know if
and
his
everything.
English would have been as good as
Well,
it is
bad English
now.
would be great.
True.
Bad English is what made the first one great. You know, like if Arnold could talk, that movie's not as funny.
If Arnold could scream in English audibly, then it wouldn't be funny.
Yeah, right.
But Dolph doesn't even scream in this. There's no like conflict.
We haven't
between
got
the
there
kids.
yet. We haven't even got to him
All right,
being
all right.
the
Yeah,
teacher
he's
yet.
not even a teacher yet.
Ah!
So
okay.
then we've got to move faster. I don't know.
Right, no, so you have this whole comedy montage of the kids being interrogated in the interrogation room. They say a bunch of wacky things.
Kids say the darndest things.
It's basically a Cosby bit.
It's the same thing as talking to the kids in the first movie.
Right.
But not as charming.
And not as funny. But the only kid who has subtitles is an Asian kid.
Every time.
This kills me, man. Because there's another Asian kid
And he
that
doesn't
get
have
subtitles.
It's an Asian girl.
Just one Asian kid gets subtitles.
Yeah.
And I would argue that some of the kids are mumbling all mush mouth, and they need subtitles too.
Yeah, he's not even the worst speaker out of all the
He's
kids.
definitely
No.
not.
They just do it because, you know, he's Asian.
It's weird.
That's got to be like the choice in the editing room. They're like, well, obviously I can't
don't know.
understand him.
I think it's a
Look
choice.
at his eyes.
I think it's a choice in the filmmaking.
Well, they must have taught it to him phonetically because it dealt with how much porn his dad watches.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he's playing video games all the time, and his mom strips and is always on the pole.
And
the
then Bill
pole.
Bellamy's like, can we find kids that don't have parents on a pole? Which
What
is a
about when he
weird
yells at the-
sentence.
What about when he yells, like, "What's your name, cowboy?" What kind of parent names their kid cowboy?
And the kid just gives him this sour look. It's
Looks like
so
he's gonna
sad.
cry.
because that's his name. That's his whole identity.
There's a kid named Cowboy in this movie. So that's them exhausting all their options.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, and we get a
and
kid
there's-
saying a thing about a vagina.
How do you
Right,
find
there's
flash
that.
drives in an elementary school, guys? Do you say, I don't know, subpoena the evidence because you have probable cause? Or do you just become a kindergarten teacher and skulk around like an asshole?
Like, you could literally walk into there as policemen and say, if we don't find this, people will die.
Yeah.
Can you work with us when the kids are out of school?
You get a
These
judge
kids
to
get out
say
of school
that.
at like 3 p.m. in the afternoon. They could go there at 4 and search for hours. Instead, the only option left is Dolph Lundgren becoming a kindergarten teacher. The first movie
And it's his
was about him
idea.
befriending a kid and finding out which kid was related. You remember that? It was
Yeah.
like he had to actually befriend
There
somebody.
was such
This is
a
about
precedent.
right, but this is only about Dolph Lundgren finding a flash drive. This is not about him and the kids.
No, there's no sub
Plot or
relationships
anything.
with these children.
No,
It's
there
like
not There's one,
chillins.
but it doesn't have to do with the crime.
No.
There is one, but it just doesn't have to do with the crime.
Oh, well, yeah.
The funniest part, though, is the fact that Dolph Lundgren is so self-assured that he could do this, even though Bill Bellamy has five children,
kids.
Yeah.
and he knows how to raise kids and,
And he
talk to kids.
And
really
it's his
wants to
idea.
do it.
It's his
Yeah.
idea.
Bill Bellamy is so into doing this.
Yeah, in Kindergarten Cop, Arnold had to do it because his partner got hurt.
She got sick.
She got sick.
Remember,
That's
she
right.
got like diarrhea or something.
Yeah, it was
I can't
against
remember.
his will.
Yeah, he didn't want to.
Which that
but he
makes
was
it
like,
funnier.
I guess I can do it. You know, he just like kind of was like, it's not that big of a deal. But this is like Bill Bellamy really wants to do it.
Yeah.
And Dolph Lundgren right off the bat is like, oh no problem. It'll be me.
Yeah, I've got this. I
I'm
can
not-
just be
I'm
me.
not a borderline homeless person living in a shack.
His
Yeah,
dad left him a
I'm not-
piece of land, so he built a trash, like, hobo-like compound.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live like the cable guy.
Yeah, right. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I live like the cable guy in a Prilosec commercial. That's how I live. I live in a big, stupid
Like a
steel
herpes drug commercial
Yeah,
or something.
herpes drug
It's
commercial.
always
He
doing
lives in
Tai
a-
Chi next to the sun with a boat going by.
He lives
yeah.
in a van
We
by the
were talking
river.
about-
No, he literally lives
does.
in a van
Yeah,
by the
it's like
river.
a converted, like,
Everything
bus.
he owns is exposed to the elements. He's got a convertible with no fucking ragtop. He's got a goddamn Econoline with no door.
Nope.
Yeah.
He's got a goddamn weight belt set that's just out in the open to get rained on.
Because he's constantly exercising, John. The world is his gym.
Of course, he owns four
No, his-
shirts.
His backyard is his gym.
I'm just saying. And he is exercising constantly.
Yes. and-
Anyway, the plan is from this moment on that he is going to become a teacher. They don't show really like the process of that. I feel like
they
'cause
show him his
they show him
job
talking
interview.
to the principal.
Yeah.
But remember how it cut the slow-mo shots of all the kids like walking
It's like,
badass toward
Every day I'm hustling.
Yeah, it was like that, but not
They're
that
just
song.
walking
Yeah, like
down
a posse
in slow
rolling
motion.
in, like,
What was the
just
name of the
ready to
school? It was
lynch.
Hunter something, Hunter Pass,
Let's just say Hunt Valley or whatever the hell.
Hunter Bay or
Hunter
something.
Bay.
It was like
Huntington.
yeah, something. And it was it's like an upper crust school.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in the county.
He said
Yeah,
it
it's in the
cost
county.
$50,000 a year to go there.
Bill Bellamy knows everything about childcare in this movie. Like every
Bill Bellamy.
Bill
he's got
Bellamy.
How to be a father.
How to be a father.
Bill Bellamy.
I guess that's actually the great sequel to How to Be a Player, right?
Yeah, how to be a father.
How to be a father of 5 kids.
How to be a
Tyler
man.
Perry, if you're listening.
Yeah, get Bill Bellamy out
Get
there.
him.
Oh, Tyler Perry, if you're listening, the Medea in space next.
Well,
Absolutely.
yes. Anyway, where were we? Oh, first day of school, day 1.
Day one, which
He
is
took-
with a title
They
card.
established that the principal who he has the conversation, the principal is like a new age hippie.
Well, it's a
Right.
Montessori school.
Yeah.
So,
But
think
she's
of
very
that.
new. She's very like new age. Like everything.
Yeah.
It's a safe environment in all regards. Like as far as like emotional, like food wise,
Mhm.
everything is very safe and secure. And then you got the rough and tumble guy who lives in a van down by the river,
yeah.
Going, sure, I could do all that.
which I felt like is not that's not a parallel of the first movie.
It's kind of a really weak conflict.
It's a really weak conflict, and the first movie was not about that. It was literally, you know what I mean? The school wasn't like upper crust. and stuff.
No.
There's a lot of modern jokes in this.
Oh
yes.
my god, there's a Game of
it's-
Thrones joke. in
No,
this.
no, that.
It's-
But I'm saying
They
like
say it's about flash drives.
The whole
That's
movie's about
very
flash
modern.
drives.
no, I'm saying there's like gluten jokes and shit.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
absolutely,
Like
sure,
it's
yeah.
like stuff about how the kids are being
Microwave
coddled.
my tofu, but don't do it on BPA plastic.
Right. There's
Yeah.
a BPA joke by a kid. Anyway, we haven't got there yet.
I don't know, man. I worked at Whole Foods. You see that now.
I'm sure that's real.
It's
Yeah,
real.
that's
It's
real.
out there. These kids are real.
Straight for the mouth, actually.
Right. There you
I'm-
go.
I'm bad.
So the principal, she gives him his whole spiel. Right. He's
Yeah.
on a system of 3 strikes, but we don't find that.
Not yet.
Not
But
yet.
yeah, we're getting there. It's that kind of school.
He's a man of two
He
captains.
walks
And
into
do
the
we-
kindergarten.
Do we meet Hal before he
We
goes
meet
to class?
Hal before he meets the kids.
It's another fat
There's
guy
a fat
teacher.
guy who's an AV guy. He basically the IT
It's
guy.
a million legs.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh my god, that's the biggest bug.
It's a million legs.
I don't think it has a million legs. Is that what you call it?
Bob
Yeah.
calls a million legs.
That's what they're
a
called.
millipede.
It's not a millipede.
There's a big
Anyway, we're
bug
not
on
going to
the
talk
wall
about
now,
the bug in the room.
folks.
Okay.
Man, we're that like just not focused.
Yeah, not focused at
Guys,
all.
like a bug.
Okay, so we meet Hal. He's a fat guy nerd. He teaches computer stuff at the school.
He looks like Jackson
Isn't that
Galaxy.
after? It's after he meets the kids the first time.
Is it? I thought he was
Because
introduced.
he doesn't just immediately start rummaging through
Okay, so
offices.
he goes to his classroom first.
Yeah,
then,
and the
which
first
is
thing he starts doing is asking kids about flash drives.
the classroom itself is a lobby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It is not a classroom.
It's got 2
It is-
double door entrances at the
Yeah,
top
no,
of
this thing
There's
is
a handicap ramp in the classroom
yeah.
on the left side.
No, it is a lobby.
It's a lobby.
It's a lobby that has a chalkboard in it, and bookcases they placed to make a perimeter.
It says kindergarten.
Yeah, it literally says
It's a
kindergarten.
big painted
It's
on the
probably a
chalkboard.
double for the FBI office too.
And you're right. The first thing he does is first thing he does is start asking the kids about flash drives and what Mr. Flaherty
it's
would have.
technology day.
Technology
It's-
day. What would Mr. Flaherty put? Where did he put his flash drives at? Like I said, when we were watching it, he could have just been a cop that walked in to the school to ask the kids that.
Yeah.
You didn't have to have a ruse as a teacher.
As a student in school, I don't remember knowing where my teachers kept stuff.
Especially
like-
flash computer stuff.
Yeah. Where's
Where's your floppy disk?
Where's
Yeah,
your
yeah.
teacher's personal info
Right.
about everything in class?
But that's when one of the kids does say that poem, which comes in later.
Yeah, it's that
There's a gerbil named Meek, right? Meiji?
Meecha.
it's
Meija?
Meecha. Yeah.
I always remember it's from the Darkwing Duck pilot. It's like the code that Goslin remembers. It's from a movie where you teach
Well,
the secret thing
we'll-
to your
We'll get to that.
We'll get to it.
But
One of the kids does
The
recite
kids-
a poem
Yeah.
But
About
about
the
the
guinea pig.
gerbil.
guinea pig.
and
About the
then they
guinea pig.
shut him down because they're under a schedule, which is written on the board, which some '90s editing painfully
Zoom
reminds
and
us by
pan.
Dude,
zooming
it's-
right into the
It's a Capri Sun commercial.
It's story.
It
Yeah.
just starts going in like.
Yeah.
I was like, did I
It's
make
9
this?
o'clock. It's lunchtime.
Right.
you know, and
Because
then
the kids refuse to talk about it because it's story time,
it's story time.
and that's when he reads the unicorn, the rainbow unicorn
Beautiful
book.
unicorn.
with his pants.
No, rainbow
rolled-
unicorn.
The rainbow unicorn.
His pants are rolled up to his knees.
Okay, yeah, let's talk
He's
about that.
sitting
Dolph
there
Lundgren
full
sitting on his
akimbo.
chair is weird as hell.
He's man spreading, but doing like the Asian squat at the same time.
He's sitting on like a tea time chair for kids,
like a little kid, like kindergarten.
and his
chair.
his pants are so high up on his like shins.
He doesn't look like he's done leg day in years.
They're so thin, it's ridiculous.
He's literally putting his balls in
the kids'
12
faces.
children's
Oh yeah,
faces.
totally.
the entire time. Then he tells the story. And he goes, this story about sharing, this is all liberal crap trap. And
BS.
we all went, what the
What?
fuck?
Yeah.
And then he started quoting Anne Rain.
Okay, he didn't quote
Yeah,
Anne
he
Ryan.
He
Yeah,
essentially
He
did.
essentially did, but he did. He like gives them a lecture about how sharing's not necessary.
Yeah.
He literally
And it said,
gave him the
use
thesis
the-
sentence for the virtue of selfishness.
No, he says all of us are given special gifts in this world, and you need to stand out by using what you have over others.
Yeah.
That's what he says.
Which
pretty
is
much.
Atlas Shrugged.
And he does it while punching in the air. Remember?
Yes, he
Yeah,
does.
he
he
does
punches
punch
at the
him in the
It's
camera.
like you all have gifts, and he's
and
like
then
punching.
a little girl says her daddy's going to teach her to use his gun, and he says, "Good."
He says, "Good."
That's the first time I said the line that was coming up on the screen before that happened.
Yeah, you did.
This movie was incredibly predictable with the dialogue.
And he stepped back a little. He's like, "Well, maybe you should wait till you're a little older."
Well, of course.
You know.
I like you make him sound like Stallone.
Yeah. Oh, whatever.
Hey, you.
But yeah, like telling, like, happy that a girl's gonna learn how to shoot a gun. It was like, wow, you're gonna go hard with this, huh? Because the school's
Yeah.
obviously very like liberal.
By the
Of
way,
course.
this is after Sandy Hook. You've done
Oh.
you've done a gun joke in an
Oh.
elementary school.
Oh
Wow.
my god,
Yeah.
dude!
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Think
what
of the
though?
implications of
No
that.
one that would care would watch the movie.
I agree.
No one that would actually would
This
really
movie seems to be marketed towards a weird, like,
middle America.
middle
maybe?
America conservative edge. Like, my stepdad would watch this movie and love it. It's like a Joe Don
could see
Baker
that.
movie. He
Yeah.
feels like Joe Don Baker halfway through the film.
Arnold wasn't
just
like
this doughy, like Superman, like super masculine dude who just lives by the old codes. You know, back
he's Dirty
when-
Harry.
Takes
Yeah,
care
He's
of
a Dirty
Sure.
Harry.
business,
Yeah, he's a Dirty Harry.
Mhm.
And I just, it's a weird. It was a weird angle when he said liberal. I was
Yeah,
like, you're gonna go
liberal.
there that hard?
Yeah.
You're gonna take that hard of a stab? All right,
Yeah.
all right. That's weird. And then you got all these kids who are like, foo-foo kids.
Foo-foo kids.
Yeah, they're all foo-foo. That's probably. I'm surprised he didn't say the word foo-foo
There's a
because
kid
then it was
named-
lunchtime.
There's a kid named Jet. There's a kid named Cowboy.
Cowboy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, these kids.
These are like kids from the '60s parents.
There's a
Free.
Molly.
But
It's lunchtime and.
lunchtime.
One of the girls has tofu in a plastic container.
No, it was recess in between. It was
No, it's
story
lunchtime.
time, recess, lunchtime, wasn't it?
No, lunchtime.
It was lunchtime and then
Uh,
recess.
So lunchtime, he's
It's kind of hard to remember.
He's about to microwave the tofu, and the kid goes, "You can't microwave that in the container I brought it in
Yeah.
because the plastic seeps into the tofu. You have to microwave that separately." So, begrudgingly,
Because of BPA.
yeah, begrudgingly,
A
he
kid
puts it
knows
on
what BPA is. That's
I don't even
yeah.
know
That,
what
I
BPA
know.
is.
yeah. It's basically just plastic particles that are bad
You don't
for you.
have to explain it to
Yeah.
me. I got it.
So he puts it on a napkin, throws it in the microwave for 80 minutes or whatever the hell it was.
And then he goes during that time. He goes do something else. What was it? It was
Well, all the other kids are asking him to help with his lunch, and he's like, "Oh
he
my
gets
god!"
the
these-
peanut
Oh, he
butter.
gets his
That's when he
sandwich
eats
out.
his
jelly
peanut butter
sandwich.
sandwich.
No, he notices that the other girl is eating a whole thing of vegetables. And he's like, "Does anybody eat any meat here?" And then they're
Yeah.
like, "It's
Meatless Monday.
Meatless Monday." And then he goes, "Well, it's a good thing I brought my peanut butter and jelly." And Cowboy goes, "What did you say?" He
The
said,
peanuts!
butter and jelly." And he's like, "Peanuts!" And then the camera zooms on.
All the kids start screaming about peanuts.
But it's like a three. It's like the cut is like three way. It's like peanuts,
Peanuts!
peanuts. It's like that nuts.
So it goes absolutely batshit, and there's kids everywhere just running around, tearing
Chaos
the building
and
up,
screaming.
pouring paint on each other. Just
Like literally,
And screaming peanuts the whole time.
all the kids lose their. It becomes it's nuts.
Yeah, it's the scene
All
of
the
the
kids, though. It's important to
freaking
note
out.
that all the kids lose their mind.
because Cowboy was gonna die. from-
Well, that's when the principal comes into the room.
Yes.
And it's like, what's going on? She picks up Cowboy, and he's holding Cowboy up to his face.
what's your
What's
malfunction?
your malfunction? And then she comes in. She's like, "Is that peanut butter on your mouth?" And then she tells him that they have a rule where there's no legumes,
no
Pine
peanuts,
nuts,
tree
nuts, or legumes.
or legumes.
Because Cowboy is like deathly allergic, and then she's like, "We have to go see if you need a shot." She takes him away.
Gets him an EpiPen.
It's insane.
He seemed to be having a seizure. So
But, dude, the way that whole scene played out was insanity.
yeah, pretty much.
If you like seeing scenes of kids running around Dolph Lundgren while you really can't hear anything else, this movie's for you.
yeah, he's not making any motions. They're not like
Why he tries
You know-
to chase after him, and his joints are so
Dude, his joints are obviously
His
not okay.
joints are so calcified. It's like watching a stop motion Tyrannosaurus Rex trying to
A
grab
lot of
his
it is
joint.
him with his arms up, just like.
There's one point where he yells, "Be quiet!" and I
Yeah.
thought it would be like the "shut up" scene where all
They-
the kids are suddenly
they don't
scared of
listen.
him, but
No.
they don't listen.
They don't listen at all. So then right after that happens, the tofu explodes in
Yeah.
the microwave. Explodes.
It's the microwave explodes because of the
No.
tofu.
He meets
pretty much.
he meets the dramatic love interest
No.
who teaches
Not yet.
him how to shut the kids up.
No, that's the.
That's not
after
yet.
the-
That's
That's
after.
the second time.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the scenes do.
We're still
like,
on day
there's like
one.
six.
I'm sorry. We're
like,
still on day one.
Every
This is
scene
day one.
repeats itself, like pretty much.
Yeah. So the tofu explodes, and then
Cuts directly to a shot of a woman's breasts.
no, he looks in. No,
Yeah, it does.
he looks into the microwave, and it's dripping with goo, and then
Well,
it cuts
sure.
to a woman that's dripping wet in the pool.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
yeah.
know, 'cause-
Back to
and
Zogu's
to
house.
Zuga or whatever his
Zogu.
fucking name
And
is.
just when you recognize what you're looking at, it cuts to a fish head.
Yeah.
Such
Gooey and
bizarre
dripping with
editing.
stuff
That
as well.
is like insanity in this movie.
Right, and it's him cooking fish while talking to his lackeys, who he's now ordering to go find what's happening, right?
Try to find it the disk drive.
The
yeah.
disk drive.
Brother.
He sends two guys out who are the same race, Armenian as he is,
One
whatever.
looks like third-rate Philip Seymour Hoffman, and the other guy looks like Ivan Drago.
Right.
A little bit.
So that's the end of day one, right?
Yeah, that's the end of day one.
Pretty much.
Didn't find goddamn thing.
So you go back to the.
I feel like he talks to Bill Bellamy or something in the police station.
Bill
We're gonna
Bellamy
miss
goes,
some stuff here. The movie was not. I can't remember it.
I got some.
Do you have
details.
notes? John did
I have
take
some
notes, everyone.
Very good for him.
It's such
But
a
I
bad
feel like they
Well,
went.
day two is when he. So, yeah, I don't know if there's anything.
No.
in between.
He does meet the AV guy after that, the Jackson Galaxy looking
That's
guy.
right.
And it seems like they're hitting on each other, but it's
That's
really...
because he's in the office looking at a big drawer full of flash drives.
Every
Yeah,
drawer
yeah.
is filled
Filled
with
with
30
flash
flash
drives.
drives.
So he wasted 8 hours teaching these kids, and now he's spending the last 30 minutes doing his actual job.
Right.
Searching
For flash drives.
Yeah, like you could have done after school. Like,
This, if you told this,
all night.
with a
could've-
warrant.
yeah, you could have told these people you are a cop. You don't need to.
But he's not a cop either.
He's
an
FBI.
agent. Yeah.
Who's arguing with him?
Okay, now he gets home after a long day of doing nothing. And Bill Bellamy's at his house, and he goes, "How'd it go, man? Kids are a handful,
Handful,
ain't they?"
right?
Yeah. And then Dolph Lundgren goes,
He's putting giant steaks on the
enormous
grill.
steaks,
Yeah,
like raw steaks.
Gnarly
yeah,
steaks.
yeah,
Because meat is murder.
yeah. And he loves murder.
And
Mhm.
he says, "I underestimated my opponent."
The enemy.
The enemy. So he's got to go.
He talks about the kids like he's at war.
God.
Yeah.
It's like he's gonna formulate a battle plan and everything.
Which calls back eventually.
And Bill
Sort
Bill
of, yeah,
Bellamy
it does.
doubles down and says, "Man, you gotta let me help on this case. I know kids. Backwards to forwards. I love kids." And then he goes, "Well, doesn't seem like you're gonna get any higher than sergeant or something." And then Bill
Right.
Bellamy goes, That's not fair. You brought that up."
Right.
Like he goes for a personal attack.
Yeah.
He's just like, "I'm kind of qualified too, man." It's such a messed up
Then he kind of
scene.
leaves, and then remember Dolph Lundgren just stabs the steak. He
Yeah.
puts the steak on a plate. Then he gets mad and puts the plate
On the grill.
and then stabs the steak.
Yeah.
End of scene. End of day one.
And
Ruin
day
a
one.
plate, ruin a steak.
How do we know it's on day one? Because day
Two
two
has
comes
a-
up on the screen.
Day two in the kindergarten cop font.
It's like an
Yeah.
act.
Yeah.
Like
He grabs a coffee from a local roadside coffee shop. I guess.
no, it's a
breakfast
food
van.
truck.
It's like a food truck.
breakfast truck.
So
Two
he's
guys are oogling his car, and they happen to be the lackeys
It's
from
the-
Thanatos.
Yeah.
who thinks he's the kindergarten teacher that died.
Right? Do
They
they?
think so. Yeah.
I was
think
gonna say I didn't
so.
understand that part of the movie. Did they think he was the dude, or do they think he was Dolph Lundgren?
No, they thought he was the dude.
They didn't know he was
Because they
the.
asked him directly, "Where's the flash drive?"
They also did.
And then he kicks the shit out of him.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
he
beats the
does.
living. He says he's gonna shoot him in front of a school,
Right.
and so he beats the living crap out of him. Beats the crap out of him.
with some really good dad kung fu.
And then
Yeah.
we get the air horn scene
That's right.
where he goes in and
Right.
he tells, "I'm gonna teach you kids to shut up and tell me where the flash drives are. And then he honks in their face
Of air horn.
with a goddamn naval air horn. That's supposed to tell you to get out of the way and fog. And he blares into these children's faces. They're all crying.
They're crying completely.
They're completely destroyed. Their eardrums are blown out.
Wait, I feel like we missed something.
No, that's day 2.
Is that day 2?
The chocolate.
No, chocolate has not happened.
And when does the little girl pee on him?
There is
no,
a
That's
shot
when.
of a girl
That's when he
That's the end
meets.
of day 1. Fuck.
Yeah, that's when he meets the,
Dude,
the
it's
other
so- it
kindergarten
explodes.
teacher.
Riots. We
There's
forgot
2
about the
riots.
second
There's a
baby
second.
riot.
Okay, real quick. There is a second riot in the recess riot.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that was
Where
it.
he gives him chocolate
No,
No.
for the first time.
no.
That's what makes him freak out the second
That's like
time.
That's like the second day.
No, that's the first
That's
day.
first day. That's the
First
first
day.
day. Because I
he's
remember
covered
this.
in paint, and then he comes home to Bill Bellamy.
Right? No, that's the first day. Jesus.
God damn.
No.
No, because he goes to the other kindergarten room with the girl who peed on him first,
No, it's the
and
first
then
day.
does she come back and tell everybody to shut up?
Yeah. That's how
the love
Ugh.
interest comes back and he goes, you have to have them all sit like in like a circle, and he goes,
Not Indian style.
sit Indian
That's Bill
style.
Bellamy.
Sit
That's
in-
that's the next.
No, that's day 3 where he learns how to deal with it.
That's when he has the wire.
Yeah. She comes
Jesus.
down. She claps.
Yeah, it all
It all melts
blends together
man.
because
It really
it's the
does.
same
I had to write this
scenes.
stuff down. So
Her name is Miss Sinclair.
Miss Sinclair claps, puts her.
She was
finger-
actually a good actress.
Yeah, puts her finger to her lips. All the kids converge on this piece of carpet and shut up and sit in Indian style, and they're all perfectly docile.
Is that after the chocolate scene?
after the chocolate scene?
Because he gives them all chocolate that has real sugar in it. One of the kids is like, with white sugar? And he's like, what does it matter? It's chocolate.
It's sugar.
Yeah.
So they all eat it and they get all tweaked as hell.
Sugar for the first time.
It starts turning into Apocalypse Now. They
Hey.
just like they throw like
Yeah.
A lot
like
of close-ups
crap
on the
everywhere.
kids going crazy-eyed.
There's
in
that
the
Yeah, like-
face.
There's the one scene where this kid just slowly, dementedly pours paint on a child's
Yeah.
head. Another child's head.
Oh, and one is pissing in a trash can.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was just because.
Yeah, and the whole time Dolph Lundgren is doing basically nothing except going, oh,
Yeah,
oh.
flapping his arms around.
He's George Clooney in South Park the movie.
yeah,
He's the doctor from the operating room, just
flailing his arms to the side,
Oh.
trying
yeah,
to
he
stop
just doesn't
children.
do anything. He's giving
Kermit
nothing.
the Frog in it.
Yeah. He's just waving his arms like, oh, yeah, it's nothing.
And so the love interest saves him, and he ends this first day at
He's
school.
covered in blue paint, and then when he gets to Bill Bellamy, he's covered in yellow paint because we remarked on it.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
huge continuity.
There's a huge continuity error.
It's
and then
not
he cooks the
huge,
steak.
It's just a bad.
It's just bad.
problem.
Then the steak scene happens, and then it's day 2. So we're at day 2 now.
Yeah, and then he does the air horn thing to the kids.
He does the everything is. They cry. The principal tells him that this is his first strike.
yeah.
3. She's like, I don't care
'Cause
if
you
the Dalai
don't
Lama.
yell at children.
And she's like, if the Dalai Lama himself gave you a letter of recommendation, I still wouldn't keep you here after 3 strikes.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the air horn happens. Da 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 da.
Now.
Now,
You
why
don't
does it all?
remember, do you?
No, why does it all
This is
blend
what
together
happens.
so much?
Yeah. Right?
That Bill Bellamy meets him in the office, and he finally breaks down and go, I don't understand.
That's right, because day 2 was really short.
Yeah, and he goes, I don't understand kids at all. I could use your help. Let me wear an earpiece. And you break into the surveillance system of the building, and you talk me through it.
Bill Bellamy hacks the surveillance system. He has a pen that Dolph Lundgren's wearing a pen so he can see it. Bill Bellamy can see
There's
everything.
basically a camera on it.
Yeah.
And a microphone.
Yeah.
And
It's the scene from Old Dogs, but not as funny,
yeah.
where somebody else is basically telling him how to act. Yeah. Right?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
that scene.
Yeah,
It's that
that's
scene.
what I was thinking.
There's
Yeah.
that
Oh,
weird.
the girl's name is Olivia. my
They
bad.
start the scene
Yeah.
so weird, like the Asian kid dumps glue, and he goes, "I spilled the glue," and they go, "That's David Kwan. His dad watches a lot of porn."
Which is a weird thing for
Which
the
is
glue
a weird
thing.
detail.
And he's
It's
Was that a
a-
cum joke in the movie for
That's a
adults?
cum
He's
joke.
just standing over these kids with his like finger to his ear, like he's a Secret Service agent, and the views of the kids are just watching him. Like, why is this weirdo just pausing and staring vacantly and then responding to me?
Yeah, right.
It's just like
He's learning about sharing.
Oh man,
He
he's
learned-
no
he
Dolph
learns
Lundgren.
about- Don't.
this
praise
is where he learns
the-
to be a human.
Don't praise
He's
the
literally
child,
learning
praise-
stuff he should've
praise
learned as
the
a kid.
action.
Yes. Like, you can't call kids smart. You can't say retarded.
Which is something
He's
the
all upset
principal
about
says.
it.
The principal goes, "I'm mad at the action, not the person." About the air horn.
Yeah.
Remember that? She says
Yeah, yeah.
that.
We want
But then Bill Bellamy reinforced it.
Yeah,
we
right.
want kids to express their feelings. How does taking that book make you feel?
And the kids express their
Yeah.
feelings and solve the conflict.
Exactly.
So he learns finally after 60 years of his
Conflict
life.
resolution.
Learns conflict.
He's a fucking FBI agent, and he's just now learning like peaceful conflict resolution, not just going in and shooting guns.
He lives in a 1970s trailer with a log with an axe in it outside of the door.
It is such
The guy does not know conflict
He would-
resolution.
No.
Yeah. He's chopping wood for fun.
It's
It's
such
like
a weird like
Yeah.
view like now like in a movie. It's weird to see it. It feels very like early 80s, like that type of archetype.
It does. It feels like that's what I was trying to say earlier. Like
Riggs, Martin Riggs.
But
no,
it's
no,
not
I know what
even,
Brad's
it's
saying.
even older.
I know what Brad's
like,
saying is like now it feels like we're supposed to be endeared to Dolph Lundgren's character, but I feel like now his character isn't endearing to the audience anymore.
no, yeah.
In the 80s, he would have been.
Oh, absolutely.
In the 80s, he would have been.
Yeah,
that
the
kind of character was
80s,
endearing.
This type of like
And
environment for children
he's
would
not
be
a-
severely scoffed
yeah, and it'd be
at.
all like loony and stuff.
He's
you
not
know?
a sad alcoholic who lives in a trailer.
Right.
No.
He's a hardcore renegade who
Womanizer.
lives by his own
Which is
rules.
how the 80s would view that. But now it just
Mhm.
seems like, but wait, I kind of agree with the kids' way of life more. They're
Yeah,
like they're like adults and they're not violent and they're not unhealthy. Like,
Yeah,
like
the kids
we
are
know that now.
fine.
Yeah,
They're
we-
totally fine.
Yeah, we know that now.
Weird social stigmas aside, they're still pretty fine.
They
Yeah.
have more emotional maturity than
But
you do.
What you're
pretty
saying is,
much.
I
You're
feel like
70.
the movie itself might have thought it was a little bit making fun of the kids' way of life, and it's
Yeah.
like, wait, but I'm not on board with that anymore.
Right.
You know, I'm not on board with
Yeah, I don't
making
like-
fun of the school for teaching the kids things I actually agree with.
Yeah, I
now.
actually like compassionate
Yeah,
people now.
right. It's just like
I don't like somebody just kicking in my door and shooting it indiscriminately
Right,
and asking
right.
questions
It's-
later.
I know what you're saying. It's a weird thing where the movie itself is coming from.
Right.
Yeah, like Dolph Lundgren is like played as the guy who's the normal guy, and he's in a weird world,
Mhm.
but the weird world just feels like ours
yeah.
now.
And he seems
And
like
he
a
seems-
dinosaur
and he's
from the past.
really
Right,
out of
he's
place.
He's a dinosaur. Yeah, but the movie doesn't know that, and
No.
that's why it feels like it's a movie made for.
Well, no, it's not even that
like,
the movie
middle
doesn't
America.
know that. I think the movie is going for that.
This
Like,
movie has a time capsule in it. We should put it in that time capsule and open it when it's
If we found out about the
ready.
time capsule before we saw it physically with our eyes in one of the last scenes of the movie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which we don't, we see it then.
Yeah.
We never even get to it.
Let's not go
We haven't
too
even. We
crazy
got to keep
about
going.
things that are established as though we
We
should
haven't
know
even
about.
got to the best part of the movie yet.
Nope, but it's close.
All right.
Or it's close, but we're not.
It is actually that day because he's wearing the
He's-
wire.
He's finishing the perfect day at school. He's taught. He broke into
God
his
damn
love
it.
interest's
He
office.
gave
to
a
look for
thumbs.
flash drive.
He gave a thumbs up to the camera because all the kids learned their lesson and he
Yeah.
learned his lesson.
Which is really weird for them because they're
Yeah.
like, who's he?
Again, the
Is he
kids are like,
seeing
what is
things?
that?
Yeah,
What's
like-
going on
Is
with
he
this
having
guy?
hallucinations or a Vietnam flashback or something? So
all he's done is give them sugar and scream with a horn in their face, and then talk to the air.
and then teach them about Trojan horses.
Right? He doesn't. That's not yet.
That's
Excuse
after
me.
this.
That's
Yeah.
after this,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so he's walking down the hall after a job well done learning conflict resolution.
He's
Right?
yeah,
Yeah.
he's going to search
Her office.
her office. Yes.
But-
Flash drives. He
Out
gets
of-
caught.
Out of nowhere.
well, isn't this
out of the
next,
door
I guess this
ne-
is the next morning.
No. This happens when he leaves. Is the pig scene?
When he leaves, but it's in the school.
Okay.
The pig is in the school, man. Yes, we just said pig.
Pig.
We just talked
We-
about a pig as much as
We meant to
the movie-
drop it a
In
little.
the middle of the film, as he's walking down the hallway, a Vietnamese potbelly pig just shows up, and then Bill
Starts
Bellamy.
following
Bill
him.
Bellamy
No.
says, "Oh, not the pig!" As if we knew there was a
fucking
pig.
pig.
in this
We've never
entire-
been told there was a pig in this movie.
Guys, it's a
If the-
Montessori school. They got all kinds of barnyard things.
If a peanut
crawling
hits
the
the
hall.
ground, they cause a lockdown. But if a 100-pound pig, who is not even tethered to anything, walks down the hallway completely bereft of okay? It's fine.
It's insane.
It's insane.
You can't just let a pig run rampant around at school.
They don't even give the pig a name.
It was domesticated.
Dude, a pig can be violent.
Nah, it was a nice pig. It was
But
a little...
where did it come from? Was it a science pig?
It was a...
Science pig.
Where was it from?
It's a math pig, Bob.
This had to be an editing thing. They edited out some establishing scene with the pig because there's no way. Because Bill Bellamy does say, "Oh God, the pig."
I thought
Did
we
they really
missed
cut
it.
it
Like
for time?
in describing the school, I thought we missed it. Like earlier, like it's like, and they have a pig mascot. But no, like
It just no, because the pig.
Even if they had a pig mascot, why didn't they just let it walk around in a goddamn school environment?
that's obviously a good
Dude,
pig.
this pig was like
Pigs eat dead bodies.
Dead bodies.
It
we
can
see
kill-
Snatch. All right. No, but this is like the school. The kids are gone for the day.
Mhm.
The pig is just in the school,
Just a pig
in the
wandering the
hallways,
halls.
running the halls, and it's like a giant pig.
Yeah.
And I just like how the movie just acts like, don't worry, just go with it.
Yeah.
It's a pig,
Get
and it's
out
here.
of here, pig.
The pig, get
Yeah.
out of here, pig.
It's Dolph Lundgren. Like, go away. Leave me
He said,
alone.
I'm looking for flash drives, you know?
Yes.
Pig, have you seen
In
any
the
flash
middle of
drives?
this movie.
I was about to cry when we were watching it. The idea of Dolph Lundgren looking for flash drives while a pig who you've never seen before is bothering him.
In a school.
They're like, in this movie, you should by now on day 3 been searching every locker high low. You've searched every flash drive. How do we still create a conflict?
Let's release a feral pig.
Just release a feral pig in the middle of a room.
It was supposed to attack him, and they just got a nice, friendly pig.
I mean, it looked friendly. It was fine.
It was all cute and fat. I wanted to hug it.
So he's looking through shit while the pig. Well, he thinks he lost the pig, and then Olivia walks in.
He's in her office. He's looking in her office.
shit, and then-
because the kids said that their dead teacher
Used to bring her
sometimes
stuff.
used to ask her for flash drives.
Yes. Yes.
The amount of flash
What
drives.
do they use flash drives in kindergarten for?
the only plot
never
device
look at
driving
one
this
computer.
movie forward.
There's not one computer scene. There's not one TV in the entire
No.
building. Where's the flash drives going, man?
Dude, I was assuming the plot from here on out would be the pig swallows the flash drive.
I
that
was
had-
hoping, yeah.
Right?
He had to kill the pig.
No, they had to make him poop. I thought the kids were gonna like make him poop. and
That
that'd
would be more in line with the tone of this
right.
movie.
Yeah, that's what I thought was
guess.
gonna happen, but it doesn't
Honestly,
happen.
I thought it would be more in line with the tone of this movie that he did kill the pig and eat it.
God,
He goes
Bill
home. he's-
Bellamy's like, you can't kill a pig's kid. Or
He
kid
asks
pig."
Olivia on a date,
You
and
can't kill a kid's
he asks
pig.
Olivia on a date and cooks her ribs on his
Oh,
fucking grill
God.
outside of his
Oh, my God.
shack by the fucking sewage plant
So-
on the river.
He's foraging. He is foraging for flash drives, which is a thing that happens in this movie way too many times. She walks in and he doesn't see her. He just goes, "I told you, get away," because he thinks
Yep.
it's the
He
pig.
thinks it's the pig.
The pig.
Because we all know the pig.
That's the pig.
Everybody
The
knows
pig.
the pig.
The
Pig-
pig.
Pig is always up in people's business.
And then remember when he's like, when she's like, "What? Why are you telling me to get away?" And he was like, "Oh, I thought you were someone else." He didn't say, "I thought you were the pig," which she would be extremely aware of because
Yeah.
she's worked there.
Everybody
Yeah.
knows about the pig.
But he
Bob.
doesn't use the pig as the excuse for why he said go away.
But
From her office.
From her
own
office. He could have been like, "Oh, I thought you were the pig," which you would know about since you work here.
what can you tell me about this pig?
Did they literally just add this pig thing in?
He basically was like, "Go away,
Well, they
pig.
do that a couple times.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, go
There's
away,
3 things with the pig.
go
Yeah,
away, pig."
2.
And then Bill Bellamy
There's
goes,
another
"Oh."
thing in the middle where the pig shows up, isn't there?
I don't remember. I thought it was
No,
just
no,
this.
there's one scene where they do a cutaway and the pig is just on a
Spoilers.
piece of carpet. That's it.
But there was something else in between. The
No,
initial
you-
pig scene.
No, you screamed about it. You were
Yeah,
like,
you
were like, they better bring
Oh
this
shit,
pig
it's been
back.
an hour. We gotta keep. We're at the pig at least.
Yeah, we're the pig. We're almost there. That's day 3. Because he asks her, that's when he asks her on a date, all super awkward.
He asks her on a date because he doesn't find the flash drive. So he asks her
Right.
on a date, and then Bill Bellamy says, "Don't fuck her."
Yeah, pretty much.
No, seriously, he's
Yeah.
like so against them having sex.
Yeah, he's like, you can't do this again, man. You got romantically involved with the last person you were undercover with. You're screwing up all the like internal relations. Don't do it. He doesn't say that.
He's a
but it should have been
conservative
implied.
renegade cop who has sex with all of the witnesses.
But this time,
with defenseless
it's
white women.
personal.
This time he actually feels real love.
Ugh.
Yeah. Which is,
Supposedly he fell real love with the last girl.
Well, whatever.
he looks like he's about in love with her as he is Twix.
That's true.
So it's pretty tough to tell.
At least
He
she
is
doesn't
like
share her.
40, 50 years older than this woman.
Oh my god.
She is like out of college.
Mm-hmm.
And she's so small compared to him.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Terrifying.
It's terrifying. It really is.
Like-
And then we cut to their date.
Yeah.
Whoa, First, he asks her out. She says yes. Let's go out tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Then,
then
Hal
Hal
sees them talking, and he goes, "Whoa!" And he runs and intercepts him as he's walking away from Olivia, and's like, were you talking to her? Because I just want to let you know I have dibs."
I called dibs on a human being.
that he has worked with way longer.
Oh yeah.
Why? He's like, and then he says, "She told me that she's not dating right now, but as soon as she's ready, I'm the first to know." And then
Yeah.
and then Dolph just goes, "I'm going out with her tonight."
I'm going
And he
out
goes,
tonight.
"Oh."
Yeah, he makes those weird noises.
Yeah,
like
this guy's trying his best in this
he's
movie.
short circuiting. His brain short circuits.
Yeah, seriously.
They give this guy nothing to do.
So he's like, so now there's the whole subplot of him disliking Dolph Lundgren
Yeah.
because he's gonna fuck the woman that he's obviously.
So he's
has a
gonna
thing-
frame him by putting a taser in his briefcase.
Hold on, the taser that is his.
Oh, that is.
I thought it was oh yeah, it was
he
his.
finds
That's
it.
right.
Yeah.
He
breaks
finds it in there.
He breaks into the briefcase to grab the taser, and rat on him to the principal.
Right, but that's later.
Okay.
That's
no,
later.
it's the
After
it's
the
the
date.
guy's
It's
it's
after
the
the
guy's
date.
taser because he found it in the drawer earlier.
It's the dead guy's taser.
Okay.
Anyway, but
it was in the computer room, wasn't it?
But
Or
we're
was it
jumping
the
ahead.
dead
We're
guys?
jumping
Who
ahead.
gives
Anyway.
a shit
No,
where
but-
the taser was in Kindergarten Cop 2?
Because it actually because that scene goes into a certain spot in the movie that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, a great spot.
All right.
So
Don't
we're at the
it's
date.
Chekhov's taser.
We're at the date. They're having dinner at his van down by the river,
Yeah.
and she is talking about the fact that she thought he's a guy who doesn't want a relationship. He just wants to fuck random women as much as possible. Remember?
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
weird because
His entire house is set up that way?
yes.
Much.
But my question was
puts on
she
a
said
record.
yes to going out with him, and then she's like, "Well, I just thought you were just interested in like meaningless fucking."
Yeah.
And it was like,
I'm down to
so
clown.
I was like, is she
Yeah.
saying that's what she wants?
I thought you were going to
Yeah, have you seen Dolph Lundgren, Bob?
I literally thought that tonight you were going to split me like a tree in a lightning storm. I didn't really think that you actually had feelings because I can't tell because your face doesn't register emotion.
Human emotion.
So then after their date where they have dessert and they have Twix bar, they go dancing.
They go
on the
dancing
same
at
night.
like a rodeo
To a
Yeah,
rodeo.
bar.
like a
what was it
line
called?
dance.
The
like
country
ain't-
music
Country cabaret.
Country cabaret.
Country
The
cabaret.
Roosters.
Rooster's Country Cabaret.
Roosters Country Cabaret. And where there's a mechanical bull,
And she gets on it.
and she
they-
has sexy slow-mo bull riding.
And it's all focused on her pelvis. It's
Yeah.
just pelvis.
no,
shot.
it's literally like, look, imagine Dolph Lundgren fucking this.
Mm.
Yeah.
a little something for daddy.
Oh God. You're the
This
people watching
movie,
this
man.
are Dolph Lundgren's
I don't know who
age.
this
Yeah.
movie is for. This movie
It's really
is
not for anyone. It's
anybody.
really not for
It's
anybody.
such a shame because, well, it's not a shame. It is what it is. But like, Kindergarten Cop is my favorite Schwarzenegger film.
It's
Like,
one of my
hands
favorites.
down,
It's
like,
one of my
number
favorites.
one,
Well,
like-
he's one of the biggest like fish out of water in this, other than Twins.
yeah, yeah.
Kindergarten Cop got to a whole genre, a subgenre of movies
Nope.
before any of it. It created a subgenre, which was tough guy in a pansy
The
situation.
dog
Yeah,
is attacking me.
Mr. Nanny.
Sorry, we have a dog
Suburban
attacking
Commando.
Brad. Hey,
Oh God.
get down. Don't just ignore.
Okay.
So yeah, like because there's the pacifier. There's that Jackie Chan one.
The Tooth Fairy
Yeah.
Tooth Fairy, sort of. Yeah, right. The game plan.
game plan.
Anytime where a big tough guy is taking care of kids.
Exactly.
Kindergarten Cop is the progenitor and the best one.
Of course.
Easily.
Yeah.
It's the only good movie out of all those movies. Although Mr. Nanny does have a special place in my heart because of how insane it is.
Yeah.
It's more insane than any of the
When
movies.
the dog gets thrown in the river. It's the best part of that movie.
Because it was like, let's make Home Alone and Kindergarten Cop with rich kids
Yeah,
and a Bond villain. How about that? That's what Mr. Nanny is. Anyway,
All right.
so the date goes great.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
successful.
They're in love now.
Oh, yeah, they're into it.
They're down, right?
Yeah.
And then we're in day 4,
It's
Yes,
day 4
we are.
there.
right?
It's day 4.
Day 4. No, they meet the bad guy, and he pulls her away from the bad guy.
Oh, right, the bad guy's at the bar.
Meet him at the bar.
Oh, yeah.
Tuvok, or whatever the fuck his
Tuvok.
name is.
Zogu.
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 He meets him at the bar, and he knows he's the FBI guy, and he also knows he's with the kindergarten teacher. So he's kind of figured it out.
He's trying to buy them shots.
Exactly.
Right.
And he pulls her out of the bar, and she goes, "What are you doing? Who was that guy?" And he goes, "He killed a lot of people." And she goes, "How do you know?" He goes, "I read it in the paper." And he goes, "Oh, you were trying to protect me."
Oh.
And then she falls in love with him again.
She gets
which
like
is
way
weird.
hot over it.
Yeah, he gets super protective. Yeah.
And they don't have sex.
No.
Nope.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Because now he's wholesome. He's learned how to appreciate people's feelings.
Right.
He read her face.
Now,
Even though
Can
his
we-
face is unreadable.
can we talk about the only thing that happens on day 4?
What?
The fuck auction.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Is that
the
day 4?
only thing
Are you
that
sure?
happens
Comes out of
on day
nowhere.
4.
You know
I
what?
have it
wait,
right
wait. You
here.
know what I was thinking of when I said there was another pig scene? It's not. In my brain, it was just the other thing that comes out of nowhere, which
Yeah.
is the fuck auction.
The fuck auction in the middle of the day.
Which
They
comes out of
have-
place in the movie where we don't need it either.
Yeah, they have a Groundhog's Day, husband's
No,
auction
wait,
or
like a
whatever.
bachelor auction.
Hold on. I said that, and I thought that's where it was going to go, and they don't even utilize it to that effect.
Yeah, because he's the only one that is bid for.
They have a fuck auction, and Dolph Lundgren gets put on stage, and everyone is just like crazy bidding on him. Even the gay teacher.
Yep.
It's the teachers, right? I mean,
yes.
where the fuck was it happening?
Yeah,
These are elementary school teachers
Did they just
who
film
are
what
was it? Was it
who
in-
are
do they
fuck
do a-
bidding.
They do a
Fuck bidding in the middle of the day.
They do a
It's
bachelor
not
auction
even
in the teacher's lounge during like lunchtime
Dude,
every day.
that looks like, I don't know if it was a teacher's
no,
lounge.
it was like
It was like a shitty
it's like
local
Bahama
game show set.
Breeze.
A Bahama Breeze. It looked weird. And so they're all trying to auction off a date with him, right? And
she bids
$2,000.
$2,000. Where did you get $2,000?
Here's the thing, as a movie, you don't need, we just saw this 20-minute date with them. I don't need any more convincing that they're together.
No,
It's fine. I get it.
it's
They're together.
established.
It's established. So then you
Well,
establish
that's when
it
she
more.
fucks him because she paid for
She
it.
paid $2,000 to have sex with. But then you think that it's going to go the Chris Elliott Groundhog Day route,
Mhm.
where he gets up on stage, and everyone's like,
Where Hal.
Hal gets
Hal
up on
gets up on
stage,
stage.
and no one cares because Hal's in the audience, like, oh, she bid on him, everything. Just cuts away.
Yeah.
The fuck auction begins and
The
ends.
entire purpose of the scene is to establish that she gave him $2,000
And that
for
everybody
sex.
at the school wants
Knows.
to fuck Dolph Lundgren. That is the establishment.
Yeah. Because he's the only
When
person
he's been
who
there
works
3
out
days
in
and
that
all
universe.
he's done is completely drive the kindergarten class into the ground.
Yeah. My God. And then they have the capture the flag scene. And the thing that kills...
Okay, that's right, because Olivia's class always wins the capture the flag, and the kids are bummed about it. But he teaches...
The Trojan horse.
He goes to Hal's room, and Hal is also like a Warhammer guy.
Yeah,
he
he's
paints
got a-
action figures.
He's got a
He's got a whole
diorama set
setup.
up in the middle of his computer tech class.
Right, and so Dolph Lundgren has the whole class in there while Hal's nervously watching him use the painted
Figurines, yeah.
figurines
Mhm.
to teach them the Trojan horse story, while Hal is like, "Oh, don't touch him," don't. And he's like being really rough with them.
He knocks him
He
all
just
over.
knocks them all
Yeah.
over and stuff.
So he teaches
So the kids know about, the Trojan horse, that whole story,
Yeah.
and they use it to win capture the flag against the other class.
By creating a fake flag, which
Doing a
is not the
diversion.
Trojan horse.
Which is, it's a diversion.
It's just a
Yeah,
diversion.
it's just a diversion attack.
But the best part is like
The best part is the intro to that fucking scene when all the kids are slow-mo walking again.
Yeah.
More of that shit.
What the hell? Like it looked like they were about to have the Gangs of New York 5 Points fight. That's how crazy it was. The slow motion side.
With Dolph Lundgren as Butcher Bill.
Oh wow.
God damn it. So great. For good or wrong.
Right.
Will be decided who will rule the 5 points.
So the kids win by
They
cheating.
win.
But
They do cheat. That's cheating.
Dolph Lundgren makes
That's
that
fine.
weird bet where he goes, "Whoever wins buys dinner." I paid $2,000 for you.
The
Yeah, that
fuck
happened already.
auction and the pig are just inexplicable.
It was
Yeah. Completely out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
that was not in a screenplay. That was something you added. There's no
or
way.
something was
Nobody
omitted.
read up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
that's a reshoot. We
It
gotta
ha-
add some comedic. Let's put a pig in.
It must have been like a final draft scene where he fell asleep at the keyboard and the rest of the words are just K. And then they just slipped it in. It's fucking insane.
It's insane. It
Those
doesn't make
two
any
scenes
sense.
Don't make any goddamn sense.
It has to be either editing or they shot something and then forgot to shoot something else.
Or, or we just don't need to make excuses for this movie.
No, it just doesn't make any sense. So, okay, where are we?
Okay, so Bill Bellamy is staking out the bad guy's place.
Right.
And he gets knocked out and they steal the surveillance van.
That's right.
Thousands of dollars and stuff. So they know that he's being surveilled. They know that he's looking for the flash drive of the kids. He's got all the information. So they lock down the school. And then the kids are already off on a field trip. So Dolph goes, lock down the school. I'm going to go after the kids. And then they figure out the code.
They figure out the code, but is that when he reveals to her that he's FBI?
Not until he reveals the code, and then the bad guy shows
They
up.
figure out
and then
the code,
Elsa
yeah,
goes.
and then Zugaga
Yeah.
shows up. And then Hal has the kids on a vacation in the park.
Would you ever give
Hold
Hal
on. We missed one
30
thing.
children?
There's a small subplot
Okay.
with the girl.
All right.
Remember that it's like day 2 or some shit. This one girl in the class, her father is like super anxious and almost like manhandling her.
Oh, it's just a chance to show Dolph Lundgren's compassion. that he's
human
learning.
side.
He
Yeah,
has
yeah.
Bill Bellamy look up
Yeah.
the dad's information and find out he just lost his job.
Yeah, there's like
And
an
then he
abusive
basically
dad situation.
He
wants
confronts
to
him
learn,
and says, "Don't take it out on your kids. I'll help you."
which is the opposite of what happens in the first Kindergarten Cop, where Arnold punches out a dad in the parking lot who's being an asshole.
Right.
Instead, yeah, Dolph Lundgren again
Learns conflict.
against
learns about
against his
feelings.
archetype. He learns to talk to the guy instead, and maybe give him some.
Which
you
is
know-
arguably less fun.
I agree.
It's absolutely
Less fun. Yeah, I thought he was going to beat the shit out of that guy, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
I thought the guy was at least going to take a swing at him, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No.
just like well,
It's kind of
okay.
it's a shit storyline. Anyway, sorry,
No, yeah, I mean it's
well,
right.
it's in the movie, so
It's in there.
we talked about a fuck auction, so
Yeah.
so the bad guy is at the school at this point, right?
The bad guy has found out the information because they literally said it all out loud like a fucking Batman riddle.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The kids are on
learn,
and the kids are on a field trip with Hal at the statue garden.
they learned
Mhm.
the poem about the guinea pig was that every first letter of the poem spelled out where the flash.
It's about time capsule.
Spelled
Yeah.
out time capsule. Yeah.
Yeah, what's that called?
Which is a thing, once again, that we as the audience don't know exists until
Yeah.
we see Hal
Oh, the time capsule the kids are going to bury right now.
right now.
It's like finding out
But we
it's
didn't know
Halloween at
that
the
that
end
was
of
the
Never
point.
Ending Story 3.
At no point-
Like,
Nobody gave a shit to
but
tell
nobody
us about that.
Nobody said that trip to the statue garden was about burying a time capsule.
No, it was
No.
just...
And even John said, "What is Hal holding?" Because it looked like a giant milk container
It did.
or
Yeah.
something. And I was like, I don't know, it was like a fucking bomb.
Like a thermos. That
And
he's
then we
carrying?
find out because of the riddle that it is in fact a time capsule, but you can't reveal that the word is time capsule and then have us go, because we don't know that there is a time
Right.
capsule.
It's the worst screenwriting, man.
It's really
and
bad.
then as soon as they say time capsule,
Capsule.
right behind them, two Russian guys with guns.
It's the lackeys.
It's-
Yeah.
And the bad
him.
guy. The
Yeah.
main bad guy. Zardoz.
He's walking. Zardoz, yes.
Zardoz,
Yeah.
Thanatos, Magugu.
He says, so you are the FBI agent giving me troubles.
Uh-huh.
And he basically says, all right, take these two to the time capsule. What do I do with Bill Bellamy? Shoot him in the face.
Oh, you're gonna shoot the black guy? That's what he
Kill
says.
Yeah. So,
Did he?
No, he didn't.
No.
Because the
Oh.
other, remember the meek conflict resolution principle hits him in the
Yeah,
face
yeah,
with
yeah.
a bat.
Oh, no, not to, did he
Do you guys
say
remember
you're
though?
gonna
This
shoot
is
the
when I was
black
like,
guy?
this is when the pig's coming back. I was
Yeah,
like, the
you
pig
thought
is
the
gonna
pig was gonna
run
eat
out
run
and
out,
knock
trip him over or
Yeah,
something?
I
Yeah.
was like, bring the pig back, but no, they bring the principal back to hit him with a fucking baseball bat. At least the
And she
pig could have
kicks him in the
exciting.
dick. She gets a kick out of kicking him
She
in the
kicks
dick.
him in the dick after he's unconscious, and after Bill Bellamy says to watch him.
Yeah.
She, for fun, kicks it. Pretty
Sure.
much, like, probably destroys his nuts.
Oh, good. He deserved it.
Yeah.
And she needed that,
Once
too.
again, though, an opportunity for the pig to do something to justify its existence.
There's no more pig, Bob.
Not
There's one more pig.
I know.
There's a one pig shot
I
left.
know.
They find the kids. They got the gun on Hal. Says, Hal, go tell the kids to go play somewhere while we murder poor people.
Yeah.
Which is totally what they do. They like go to the like a nice little garden spot.
It's the sculpture garden.
Okay,
Yeah.
now they've taken the cover
They go
off the
right
time
to
machine,
where-
and
yeah.
they dump the time
It's
machine.
three things in
time
there:
capsule,
a flash drive,
a multi-tool.
A multi and an airhead.
and
Like,
an
Airhead
an
airhead
airhead candy. Like
That's it.
This thing is the size of like what? Like
I'm
I would
beginning to
say
think
like
these-
a 2-gallon jug of
Yeah.
something,
Yeah,
and it has nothing in it.
there's three things in it.
There's three things, and they're sad items.
yeah.
They look like Secret Santa gifts. They're so fucking
From a dollar
And one's a-
store.
Oh my god.
One's a flash drive with the FBI witness protection list on it. What do you do with that when you open it 20
So-
years later?
Let's just put this straight here. He put that in there.
Yeah.
So the only thing the kids were told or let put in there were a multi-tool and a candy and Airheads candy.
They did
Two
tell
things!
Yeah, to multiple children. There's 20 children. They all had to bid, I guess.
They all
Like,
had
yeah, like here.
Were they voting?
do you want a hammer and
I
some
think
candy?
it was just the day they were supposed
What do you
to.
want to say to the future?
It was just the day they were supposed to bring something, and half of them just forgot.
But those, you know what's really weird too is the kids themselves have already established that they don't eat sugar.
No,
So why the fuck
I don't
would you
think
put
it-
a candy
I
bar
don't-
that is made of hard sugar?
I don't think it
don't
was an airhead.
know.
It just looked like
It looked like an airhead,
it's
man.
the closest thing I could think.
It
It's
was
like
a candy
it's
bar.
like a Bigfoot sighting. I'm not sure what that was.
That was Dolph Lundgren's contribution to the time
give the-
capsule.
I'll
Dolph,
give
you
the
have one
future-
job. We want you to fill this time capsule with a flash drive and a bunch of other cool stuff. And he comes back with a multi-tool,
Yeah.
like candy.
What?
Yeah.
It's like a device from the future. It's got all the tools on it at once.
We want the future to get a drunk, divorced dad.
What would a drunk divorced dad keep in the shirt pocket of his of a plaid barn jacket? Like,
Happy
birthday, kids.
I got you this
So-
utility knife.
So they're holding guns up to Hal and Dolph Lundgren and Olivia,
Mm-hmm.
right? Those are the three.
Yeah.
The Dolphs
But
there.
Dolph goes, "Can I have a last meal?" And he
pulls
pulls
out
out.
a
another
Twix.
Twix.
and
After the bad guy's monologuing again.
And the bad
Like-
guy, when he pulls out the Twix, goes, "It's a good candy
It's a
bar."
good candy bar. Yeah, I'll let you have a
Come
bite.
on,
Sure.
man.
Hey, at least it's endorsed by murderous Albanian terrorists.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go buy one.
Yeah. I can't
yeah,
wait.
sure, fine. I'm gonna shoot you in the face anyway. I don't care that you eat a
It's
Twix
insane.
bar,
It's the candy bar you share, guys.
Yeah,
which
well,
he does multiple times in the movie.
He does.
which I feel like goes back to the whole Ayn Rand thing when he was mad about sharing.
Yeah,
Like he learned to share, and his favorite one happens to be the most shareable candy bar.
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Right.
So his biting of the candy bar was the signal for the children who now have pipes.
They come
They
out
just
of the.
come out with
They
steel
come out of the
pipes.
They have
statues.
sticks. It's
They
like
were-
sticks.
they
They're
were-
in the statue.
They were in the statues.
They got inside the
The
statue.
statues
Yeah.
filled with like spider webs
and stuff.
and multi-legged
And
creatures.
somehow he had already talked to them that the signal was biting into a Twix.
Yeah, they just knew.
That was a thing that he had already.
When he bit
planned
into
out.
it and it was all dramatic, I was like, is this supposed to be a signal? Like pineapple? Is that what this was
It
supposed
was.
Because I was like, they didn't tell us, the audience, that was
Because-
a signal.
Because when you like bite into a Twix, it apparently makes a loud sound like snapping a stalk of
A
celery.
delicious crunching
Yes.
sound.
Okay, so inexplicably, 20 children run at 3 guys with guns and start whacking them in the
overpower them.
legs.
Wail on them.
Just wailing on them.
Not a single kid gets shot.
6-year-olds, man.
Dolph Lundgren.
Swarm on these guys.
It is not an
Beats
okay
up
situation.
Zogu.
No.
Well, then that's when Hal beats up the redheaded
Yeah,
looking
Hal goes
henchman.
insane.
Nuts.
Yeah, he goes
He
nuts.
is wailing on his face
He
like
keeps punching until there's nothing but red paint.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah.
It's like Sin City with Bruce Willis. He just wants to turn that guy's head into fucking mush.
it's like he was beating up a bully who'd been picking on him for like 10 years
yeah,
straight.
Yeah.
He chases the main bad guy to a river, and they proceed to have a
Ugh.
dad karate
A dad
fight
karate fight in the river.
middle of the river. That's ankle deep.
No, in the middle of a creek.
It makes the Expendables 3 fight look amazing.
Yeah, it does. Well, and then it ends with him basically lifting Zugu up and
Yeah.
body slamming him into the creek.
Damn right.
Then it's over.
Yeah.
Then Olivia's like, let's
Then
fuck now,
You're so
finally.
sexy.
I paid $2,000 for something.
Does he go and live? He doesn't become a kindergarten cop, does he?
no.
Not a kindergarten cop, a kindergarten teacher.
No, he's a cop.
He just goes
No, he's
back
still
to
a
being an
cop.
FBI agent. I just forget the full final
Well,
resolution.
it goes back to the school.
Yeah.
Jesus. It goes back to the school and all the kids are like, yay, we're just
Yay!
excited to see
Everything's
you."
happy, hooray. That's
then-
really it.
And that's
and
when
the last shot of the movie.
is when the camera zooms past the kids and on the green carpet in the room
Well, it doesn't even zoom past. It just cuts
to
to a pig sitting on the carpet.
the pig is there and no one is acknowledging it.
Yeah.
What if the pig was only ever visible to Dolph Lundgren?
Yeah. That's
if-
what I
What if it's a figment of his imagination?
It's a remnant from like nights of drinking too much, like during like
Really?
Korea.
There's no one really sees the pig besides Bill Bellamy and Dolph Lundgren.
What
Yeah.
if Dolph Lundgren died in the initial raid, and this is all his just memories
It's a
of him
Jacob's Ladder
trying
scenario.
to fight out of hell?
Oh God.
That could be it. That would have been. An
Is that really how it
interesting
ends? That's how it ends, right?
movie. Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
Is the pig the last shot?
I hate to break it to you, but this movie
No, the
ends
pig
like a piece of
literally is
shit.
the last shot. That's it.
Huh.
Then credits. The music in this movie was hilarious.
Oh,
to
it's
me.
so
It
it's
was
like
so
tween,
weirdly.
It's like
it was,
tween music too.
It was like music written for a '90s like comedy romp, but written today.
Yeah, I can see that.
The tone was crazy. The ABC 123
Oh yeah,
Like
the
cover.
ABC cover was twice.
played it 100 times. That's fine.
Well, they paid for it.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, no,
I
they probably
appreciate
just
it. You might
made
as well
their
play
ass
it
cap
4 times.
like
So-
premiums.
My question here is like this movie is for no one. It's not for adults. It's not for kids.
No,
It's 26 years old. isn't it?
26 years later
Yeah.
on on a movie that was awesome, but I wouldn't say it was ever like a sequel movie. Like unless
No.
Arnold was in it. Unless
said-
Arnold did another one, I don't really ever see.
I thought it was funny because it said like it literally at the beginning said based on Kindergarten Cop.
it's based on the characters.
Yeah, no, just
it's not.
based on the film Kindergarten
What character
Cop.
did they bring back? Oh, we forgot about the chief coming out of the woods.
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh
The ghost chief all of a sudden.
no! Chief walks out of a clearing
out of
out
the
of the woods.
fog.
out of the,
The
fog
foggy
in the
woods.
Pulls gum out from behind his ear, puts it in his mouth, and yells, "Where's my flash drive?"
And then Hal goes, "You mean this one?" He gets it,
and
and he walks back into the woods.
makes some
To
asinine
nowhere.
comment, and
There's
just-
nowhere he's going.
The chief is amazing. But maybe the chief
That's
is
what
the
would
pig.
be worth watching this movie. The
Yeah,
chief
maybe
is
the
The chief is
That's his spirit animal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
The pig is him watching over.
Do you know
his
how
flock.
better this movie would be if you put in a scene where the pig turns into mist and then reforms
into the chief. Oh God!
He's just
and then
walking down the
vanishes into the
hallway.
woods.
Just one scene of that, this movie would make so much more sense.
How do they make
No, no.
Yeah, it would. It would've made so
a
much
thought
more
to
sense.
leave everybody with is? I would love to research this, but I don't really want to ruin the illusion. But how do they make money from this shit anymore?
It's true.
It's all streaming. They're not renting these things in stores. Kindergarten Cop 2. A lot of people are going to click on it because of the novelty of it.
Yeah, damn right.
How the fuck do you make money
It's
from
gotta
this
be-
anymore?
It's got to be the people making it make their money.
From Twix?
I mean, well, there was
The
also
Twix paid
we
for the
didn't talk about the
budget
Uber
and-
ad.
There's an Uber ad.
We didn't talk about Bill Bellamy being picked up by
I'm
Uber
sorry, but I don't
instead of
think-
the FBI.
I really don't think Uber needed the bump.
No, not a, what was the third?
There was another product placement.
Twix or Uber and
It was something else. I just don't. Who cares?
Heineke? I don't know.
No.
Heineke?
Oh, damn it. Heineke, yes.
Heineke.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
It's the intimate name for Heineken.
would you recommend other people watch this movie?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I don't know.
This is
It's not
fucking
fun
garbage.
enough to be like
if you're
worth
one of
it.
us,
There's
then
not one
sure.
Arnold.
If you're doing a
Schwar-
podcast on it, really,
Right.
that's
Not
the only
doing
reason to watch it.
There's not one Arnold Schwarzenegger sequel that's even worth a fuck. Seriously.
What
I'm
other ones
talking
are
Jingle
there?
Bell, Jingle
yeah.
All the Way 2
Was-
sucked.
Oh, so
This
sucked as
sucked.
being nice to it.
Yeah, this sucked. Even the Terminator sequel without him sucked.
This should be fun. This saddens me that Dolph Lundgren in something as dumb as Kindergarten Cop 2 isn't fun at all.
No.
Yeah.
That's what's painful to me.
Yeah, it's a very weird there's just a weird dynamic to it.
It's not
Like,
fun.
No.
You know, like you have Dolph Lundgren, a guy who still really can't speak, and he can't act just like Arnold can.
he actually enunciates very well in this movie.
Compared to like Rocky 4, sure.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
Compared to Masters
I
of
want-
the Universe.
yeah, I wanted this to
Yeah.
be fun.
And it wasn't.
It's not fun. It's not even. It doesn't have fun with it at all. It's just.
The pig had fun
It's
with
just Kindergarten Cop 2, but spelled with 2 O's.
Yeah.
Oh, My Little Pony was another prominent.
Hal
weird-
had a My Little Pony.
Yeah, there was a My Little Pony.
Yeah.
That was maybe what I was thinking of.
Well,
Mwah.
yeah, like I wouldn't recommend watching this. You know, you might have
If
already.
you watch the movies that get watched on this podcast, then yeah, give it a kick. It wasn't long, or it didn't seem like
No,
it
it's-
was long.
It's harmless.
It's completely
Did
harmless.
Matt pick
It's a
this
nerd.
movie?
I
No,
think.
I
Technically, Brad did. Brad was like, "Did you know Kindergarten Cop 2 is on?" And I was like, "You want to do it on bonus disc?" And that was it.
yeah,
Well, I hate you,
good.
and I hate Matt right now.
Well, no, wait a minute. Now,
This
last
movie
time
was fucking garbage.
the last time you were on, you yelled at me. Why? Because we didn't watch an action movie. Technically speaking,
This is not technically
technically speaking, this is a sort of an action movie.
No, it's not.
Yes, Dolph Lundgren's an action star.
It's a children's movie
There is
with
two-
sexual overtones.
There's-
It doesn't make
There's
any
at least
sense.
2 or 3 action scenes in this movie.
Yeah, there's no death in this movie. There's nobody dies.
You got your wish.
This isn't my wish. I want to reword my wish.
You
Because it's
can't.
bullshit.
No counter wishes.
No, this is what you get.
No. No.
It's fine.
I'm just glad to
The
do
end
another
fight
terrible
scene?
sequel.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did Never Ending Story 3
I
last
get all the
time.
good shitty sequels.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
Never
care
Ending
if they're
Story 3,
actions
though,
or not.
is markedly insane, where this only has the pig thing, really.
Sure.
That's the pig and the fuck auction are
And the
the only
confusion.
reason this is good to talk about.
Neither of them are action scenes, Bob.
That big scene's an action scene.
The pig scene is an action scene.
No, it's not. It's a man talking to a pig that nobody else sees.
It's fine.
It's a Phantom Pig fucking scene.
It's great.
It's good.
It's anti-great.
You didn't love it?
No. You keep asking me on this fucking show. You make me watch garbage. I don't even get to get hot garbage. You gotta get this cold, calculated, terrible
Dude,
garbage.
it's so inert.
That
It
is no
is.
reason to live.
There's no reason to exist at
It
all.
goes nowhere.
This unpassionless fucking nightmare fuel that you fucking feed me every time I come on this fucking stinking show.
Bob, thanks for having me back. I had a great time.
Well, you're welcome. You're
I'm sick of it.
Johnny say you didn't like Double Down?
You make me watch these Phantom Pigs. You tell me it's a fuck auction as Phantom Pigs.
I mean, look, the trailer for Double Down looked like an action movie.
You lying second.
This has Dolph Lundgren in it.
Neil Breen doesn't know what planet he's on. You can't tell me that it was established as anything.
How awesome would Neil Breen be in this movie?
Oh, God.
Oh.
Kindergarten Cop 3, starring Neil Breen, is the greatest, directed and starring by Neil Breen.
Let's do this.
It's the greatest movie I've ever heard of
It'll
in
be
my
great.
life.
No! No, it wouldn't be! You know it in your heart!
You'd watch it?
No!
We'd make you watch
Yeah.
it for this podcast.
Ah!
You wouldn't want to watch it.
No!
What do you want to watch?
I told you, man!
What?
I want to watch an action movie. With action! Things that happen! Not the implication that things are happening! I don't want to see people talking about things that should happen! God damn it!
What? It's all. I think you wouldn't have screamed. Your anger is worth it.
Ah!
The great thing is like every time you're on, we always like do an action movie like right before or right after.
Yes! You tease me, you think you're doing action movies, and then you binge switch me!
This
Every
counts.
time! Every fucking time!
I bet you on Netflix.
Every fucking time!
I bet you on Netflix this is under action.
No, it's not!
I bet you it is.
It's under family comedy!
It's under revenge films.
Where is it on IMDb? Genre comedy. So yeah.
Shut up!
Well, the guy directed.
This movie was made for laughs!
It's directed by the guy who made Sniper 7 and 8.
Fucking bastard.
You can't get more action than the guy's gonna direct Death Race 4.
God damn it, man.
Like,
Don't you understand? This friendship's on a tether!
you didn't love the pig?
No!
I can't believe that.
Did they strap a machine gun on the pig? No!
The pig eat a guy like it was fucking
Did he eat a
Hannibal.
guy?
No, he sat there.
He sat there.
It's a Montessori pig. It's gonna eat tofu. That explodes.
Oh, God.
This is at least half an action movie.
My heart hurts.
Well,
It hurts, man.
eat less sodium.
Every single time I'm on this show. Every single time I'm thinking I'm gonna watch an action movie. The only thing
You drove
I gave
over
you
here.
one.
Let me
Yeah,
ask you,
I
you
did
drove
drive
over
over
here.
here. I
You
did
knew
drive
what
over
movie
here.
it was.
Yeah.
What did you think it was gonna be?
I thought this is the time, maybe.
You
Action
knew the
movie.
title was Kindergarten Cop 2.
But yeah, but
Did you wish it was
Kindergarten
best of the
Cop-
best 3?
What?
Yes.
That's too good.
What? Look.
That's a beautiful movie. We need to stop.
Okay. I wanted to.
One day you'll get your action movie.
When is that day?
I don't know. You need to earn it now.
Oh
yeah,
my
you
God.
have to earn
You
it.
have to earn it.
How many punches do I gotta put on this fucking card
Well, you don't
before I
stop.
get the free action movie?
10.
Yeah, yeah, man.
God damn
You
it,
want a free
man.
sub? You need to work for that shit.
Who else has to work for that shit?
No one. No one screamed about it.
Man, I swear to God.
Don't worry. Okay,
Did
so
you cut Matt's break line so he couldn't come to the show?
why?
Because I'm here. Is that what you did?
He really wanted you to be here for
It's
this.
so much.
Yeah.
God damn it, man. You just wanted me to scream. You just wanted me to scream.
I thought you would like Dolph Lundgren because you like action movies.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, he's in
He's
a
an
few.
action movie star.
Yeah. And I was...
Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Look.
Red Scorpion.
The Punisher.
There's
yeah,
so
Command
much...
Performance.
There's so much
Punisher.
kindergarten and not enough cop.
Not enough FBI.
All right, we're going to end this episode because this is just going in circles now.
Good,
That's great.
fine.
Join us in 2 weeks when we'll be watching Best of the Best 3.
God damn it. Man.
The next
with
6
you-
episodes will
I'm
just be
so mad.
American Ninjas and Best of the Best.
Fuck, man.
That's all you want.
Yeah.
That's American
You're
Ninja.
giving it away to other people. It drives you crazy.
He wants American Ninja so bad.
Yeah, that's the greatest series.
Ugh,
It's so hard to watch.
it is.
Not
At least
two.
one is like
No, we got to watch
Two
5.
ridiculously bad.
5 is
Ugh.
good. That's a return to form.
Which one was with Pat Morita? All right, we need to end this episode.
What? There was one with Pat?
Yes! Pat Morita is in like 5.
No, he's in 4.
Whatever. Who cares? It's,
End the
awesome.
episode.
It's done. John will be back for a movie that
What,
has...
Tree of Life?
Yeah.
We're going to watch Tree of Life?
Tree of
2,
Life sequel.
directed by Don Michael Paul. Tree of Life 2, starring Dolph Lundgren.
Maybe he should come back for Death Wish 4 or
Yes.
Death Race 4.
Lake Placid 6.
No. I'm going to take a little hiatus.
Lake Placid
I'm
6
gonna
is just a
take a-
documentary.
I'm going to take an until you bring back action movies, I'm taking a hiatus.
We
from the
always
show.
do action movies.
No,
We did Drive recently.
Yeah, not with me.
No, we did with Sean.
Ah, it's a wrong John.
It was a great movie. Drive's an amazing movie.
I know.
Not the
Mark
Not the
Dacascos.
Ryan-
not Ryan Gosling.
Okay.
Mark
Dacascos.
Dacascos.
Oh, Jesus.
It's on YouTube. It
Orlando
is
Bloom.
fucking amazing.
What?
All right. Bye.
Bye.
You have just listened to Bonus Disc. Questions, comments, and movie suggestions can be posted to facebook.com/bonusdisc. Opinions and criticisms of the hosts and guests of Bonus Disc are 100% valid because they sit high atop Judgment Mountain. So quit your whining.